Good morning. Well, it is 42 degrees to get your day started. Sunrise today will be at 7:41. The sun will set this evening at 7:36. Want to spend a few more minutes than usual on the weather today. To say it's going to be a wild weather pattern the next 24 hours or so would be an understatement. Most of the Mississippi Valley is under a threat of severe weather this afternoon and this evening. Probably see some icing conditions on the lower part of Michigan and extreme blizzard conditions in Wisconsin and on the UP. Good news is right now looks like we're kind of right in between most of the severe stuff. Again, that severe threat, the Storm Prediction Center has most of the Mississippi Valley from Indiana all the way down into Louisiana at an enhanced risk of severe storms today. For us, we're under a wind advisory. That goes into effect actually at 2 p.m. this afternoon and will run till 8 p.m. this evening, calling for 20 to 30 mile per hour winds out of the south with gusts up to 50 miles per hour, so not as bad as Friday. Peak gusts for us should be around 3 p.m. this afternoon, but this wind isn't going to die down overnight. It's going to last through most of the day on Monday. Now, again, we're on the kind of the edge here, just under a slight risk of some severe weather tonight. Not very likely we'll have those straight line winds. There is the possibility of some severe weather, but not very strong for us. And then the bottom drops out. By Tuesday morning, we'll have temperatures in the teens with wind chills in the single digits, and we might see an inch or so of snow by then. So quite the wild ride here over the next 24 hours or so. For today, it's going to be mostly cloudy with a high near 70. For tonight, showers, maybe a thunderstorm with a low around 40 degrees. And for your Monday, rain showers likely in the morning, possibly some snow mixing in the afternoon. It'll be mostly cloudy with the temps falling to around 34 by 5 p.m. on Monday. And again, we're going to have those gusty winds throughout most of the day on Monday. Well, the New London Fire Department was busy Friday with the wind. They responded to 4 calls in a few hours Friday afternoon for lines down. At 2:17, they responded to 1320 State Route 60 for power lines down, blocking Route 60. At 2:25, the call came in for 4330 State Route 162 for more lines down. At 2:52, the department responded to Cook and Jarvis Roads for a broken pole over the roadway, and at 4:32 to 581 State Route 60 for a tree and power lines in the roadway. The high winds made it a busy day for first responders and the utility companies. Not really anything on the calendar this Sunday. Today is National Pears Aline Day, a smooth French dessert combining warm poached pears, vanilla ice cream, and chocolate sauce. And it is Shoe the World Day. Taking a look at some history on this day, in 1972, The Godfather, an epic drama about organized crime, premiered to universal acclaim. The Academy Award-winning film was directed by Francis Ford Coppola and starred Al Pacino and Marlon Brando. In 1965, about a week after a civil rights march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, was halted due to violent opposition, U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson delivered his "We Shall Overcome" speech, in which he introduced voting rights legislation that was passed later that year. And in 1940, Adolf Hitler decreed that church bells across Germany be confiscated for use in the ongoing war. About 175,000 church bells were taken by force, despite widespread protest, and melted down to make armaments for the German military. Well, the answer to yesterday's trivia question, Eli Whitney patented the cotton gin. And now today's question, in 1990, he was elected president of the Soviet Union. Who was that Soviet leader? Well, finally, I'll leave you with this quote from Thomas Edison. Opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. Well, I'm Steve. Thanks for spending some time with me this morning. Hope you have a great Sunday, and I'll see you on the next video.